It's the Weather Xtreme video. This is the afternoon edition for Wednesday, August 26th. I'm James Spann. Another very nice night tonight. We'll start to warm up as we approach the weekend, and eyes are on Tropical Storm Erica today. Let's go in there and check it out. Nice, cool trough over the eastern U.S., and boy, what a day this is. Temperatures with bright sunshine only in the 70s in parts of North Alabama at mid-afternoon. Only 77 for Cullman and Haleyville, 79 for Fort Payne, Birmingham 81. That's all about 10 degrees below average, and the dew points are very low. Feels so good. Obviously, severe weather, no issues here today or tonight. We do note a marginal risk on the coast of the Carolinas and for parts of the Great Plains. Here's the rain for the next 7 days. This carries us through Wednesday morning of next week, and the numbers are really coming up on the southeast coast due to the potential impact of Erica. A lot of uncertainty there, and for us, that's suggesting rain amounts under 1/4 of an inch. Let's take a look at Erica approaching the Leeward Islands this afternoon. My maximum sustained winds are at 45 miles an hour. The system moving west at 17, still fighting dry air and shear. But if it can hang on, it could strengthen significantly maybe in 3 or 4 days. The tropical models on the 18Z run have bended to the right. And again, we'll see these things waffling back and forth. But there's been a clear adjustment to the right, most of them suggesting maybe recurving just offshore, which of course is great news for Florida, but that certainly is not a forecast. That's just model output. Here's the GFS ensemble guidance. And again, the mean, it's the black boxes, and that's the one you want to watch. We do know that operational run brought it up into North Alabama, but that's an outlier. Most all the members do the recurvature thing just off the Florida coast, much like the tropical models. But again, for now, the Hurricane Center not adjusting their forecast, and this is the right thing to do. You don't flip-flop every time a set of models come out. They're staying consistent. They bring it to the Bahamas over the weekend as a tropical storm, and to the southeast coast of Florida early Monday morning is a Category 1 hurricane. Coming in maybe near or just north of Miami, around Fort Lauderdale, something like that. And understand, this can and probably will change. But one way or the other, confidence is fairly high. This will not be a Gulf of Mexico system. It's not a lock, but confidence is fairly high at this point. The question is, will it make landfall in Florida, or will it turn north before doing that? That's really the biggest question on the board. And in terms of intensity, wanted to show you the intensity guidance. Yeah, it's a little concerning in that many of the good models ramp this up to a major hurricane early next week as it approaches South Florida. So everybody in the Florida Peninsula will need to watch this very carefully, and we will certainly do that as well. Hey, model fans, here we go. The GFS, this is the 12Z run, valid tomorrow at 1 o'clock. We still got troughing in the east, and another beautiful day. We start the day down around 60 in most spots. Cooler pockets, we'll see 50s again. And the high should be in the mid, maybe upper 80s in spots. Let's look at Friday. Again, the air dry. We notice moisture trying to creep in from the east, but for now we'll leave it rain-free, partly to mostly sunny. The high Friday will be pushing 90. We haven't hit 90 in like 11 days. Saturday, as the weekend begins, the moisture deepens a little bit, so some risk of scattered showers and storms Saturday afternoon, and really the same thing on Sunday. I would not call it a rainy weekend at all. The sun certainly will be out at times. Just be aware on both days, some risk of a shower or storm, and the greater coverage probably over the eastern half of the state. And highs for the weekend would be in the upper 80s if this is correct. Monday of next week, we're relatively dry. We'll mention the risk of a few scattered showers, and we note the GFS depicts Erica very close to Miami. This is Monday afternoon at 1 o'clock. In pretty good agreement with the Hurricane Center forecast. Tuesday, again, we're relatively dry. Erica is moving up the east coast of Florida, centered really between Orlando and Daytona Beach. If this verifies, and please understand, this is model output. This is not a specific forecast for that tropical system, just an idea, but a pretty good idea. And Wednesday of next week, ridging is north of us, a little weakness in here, and that's going to pull that thing north. And again, the GFS depicts Erica north of Jacksonville, Florida, around Brunswick, Georgia. And for us, again, we're on the dry side. Remember, the wet side of this thing is the east side, so we would have a northerly flow. And certainly there could be some showers over East Alabama, but probably not many. We'll check the end of the forecast. This is Saturday, September 5th. Big trough on the west coast. Strong ridge over eastern Canada, and for us, a pretty quiet pattern if this verifies. Temperatures for the next 15 days coming off the ensembles. You can see highs mostly in the 80s, and then next week we get up there toward the low 90s as September begins. And I caution everybody, we all know it can be very hot here in September. There's not some magic switch that you turn on and it turns cool on September 1st. We've got the cool air right now. And lows next week, upper 70s or upper 60s to near 70. That's the Weather Xtreme video this afternoon. We'll have notes on the blog as well. If you can, catch us this evening on the live stream or television, ABC 3340 News at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Next video here by tomorrow morning at 7. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening and God bless.